Hello, Awesome Soul here, and welcome back to some more Robocraft news. Although not entirely Robocraft news, I do have some things that are sort of going on in the community, but also I have some news not pertaining to Robocraft, as I'm sure you saw by the title. And this is Freejam's new game that they're working on. Not Robocraft Infinity, this is an entirely separate game. And speaking of entirely separate things, I have a couple of new things up on my entirely separate second channel, the Pokemon channel. So for those interested in that, I have a theory video up on there as to why I think the Ultra Beasts might get different abilities in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Link to that will be showing up right about now in the top right of your screen. Thank you for letting me do my little plug there, and now we can go ahead and actually get into the news. So, a couple episodes back, I brought up this tweet here from Mark, saying, very excited to be able to announce a completely new Freejam game, and this game is going to be in alpha, and will be announced in the next couple of weeks. But a couple of days ago, we got an update onto what exactly this game is. Now, it's just a tiny update, it's kind of disproving things and not really showing what this actually is, so let's get into this. Mark says, update to the pre-alpha access to Freejam's new game on the 6th. And since in the last tweet he said in the next couple of weeks, I can only assume this is November the 6th. But anyways, what do we have here? So this game is not going to be block-based, it is not going to be a physics sim, and it is not at all like Robocraft. However, it does have insane UGC, which he clarifies means user-generated content. That's kind of something I was going into last time I brought this up. User-generated content is really what they're focusing on when it comes to game design, seemingly across all of their games and all their future games. As you know, the main user-generated content that Robocraft has is the bots you build and share with your friends up on the Community Robot Factory. And also, something that's still in the works is the ability to add your own map to the game, albeit through external methods and not in-game ones. But still, regardless, that is really cool that they're going to be doing something like that. And not to worry, that feature is still in the works, it's just taking time. And strangely enough, the last thing we got out of this tweet is that this game is going to be 64 kilometers squared, whatever that means. So, speculation on this is very thin. This isn't a huge amount of information to go off of, it doesn't really nail anything down too tightly, it just kind of crosses off a few things. But for whatever odd reason, in my mind I have this as sort of like a hangout simulator type thing. Sort of like Tower Unite, if you know what I'm talking about there. Because it's not block-based, and it's not physics-based, and it's not at all like Robocraft. Meaning it's probably not a shooter, and it's probably not a vehicle-based game either, and possibly not a building game as well, which is kind of why I think the whole sort of hangout simulator is a thing. Now, I know that sounds very boring, but if you know what Tower Unite is, and chances are the vast majority of you don't, it started off as a Gary's Mod server, and then eventually became its own standalone game. In it, you can play mini games, and you can have your own apartment, and then in the apartment, you can basically place down whatever you want. If you want to have a hot tub, you can have a hot tub and swim around in your hot tub. Or you can buy a TV and you can watch YouTube videos on the TV. But the big kicker here is you can invite your friends in and you can all watch YouTube on the TV together, which I thought was a really awesome feature. So something like that would be pretty cool, although I guess it does exist already, but maybe something even more in-depth than that, perhaps? I don't know. And also, as a little side note, I've also kind of considered getting into Tower Unite, but as far as I'm aware, the player base is fairly low as it's still in alpha, and it probably wouldn't be the most interesting game to play on the channel, as it is mainly just for chilling out. Though you can play some pretty interesting games, such as like a zombie game, a golf game, etc. But yeah, kind of a bit of a tangent there. Back on topic. So, this tweet can't really delve any deeper than that. Honestly, like I said, not a huge amount of information to go off here. We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens in about 2 weeks' time. But hey, I got my turn to randomly speculate on barely information, so now it's your time to speculate on barely any information. If you have a clue as to what this game could be, leave it down in the comment section below. Chances are I'm incorrect, and more than likely you too will be incorrect, but hey, that's the fun of it. Anyways, now for some actual Robocraft Robocraft news. It's not exactly news per se, but it's more contests and bundles, I guess. So, if you are not aware, the Spooky Bundle has now been discounted by 25% and now includes 4 spider legs. Along with it, 30 days of premium, 25 crates, and the full Hallow Mask, as well as some bat wings. So if you were going to buy premium anyways, perhaps you might want to look into this, as it will give you some extra bonus items. And finally, we have a contest that's going on. This one has been kind of under the radar, as it was only really shown off in a tweet, albeit from the official Robocraft account, and it's on a forum page, but it's not on the main page of the Robocraft website. Now, what exactly does this contest entail? Well, it's all about the brand new feature, which is the HUD removal feature. If you somehow don't know, you can press the plus or minus keys in-game to toggle your HUD on and off, which is very handy for taking screenshots. So what they want you to do is just simply take a screenshot in-game with your HUD turned off. Also, there are going to be 2 categories for this contest. The first category is the non-post-processing one, which includes no Photoshop trickery. It's just a simple screenshot. And as you would expect, category number 2 is post-processing. You are actually allowed to use Photoshop trickery to make your screenshots look that much more epic. And best of all, there will actually be quite a few winners here. So there are 5 winners in each category. So that is a total of 10 people who can actually win prizes here. But how do you submit, I hear you ask? Well, they say here, all you need to do is capture an exciting moment in battle or set up a scene in custom games with the HUD switched off and attach it to a reply to this forum thread. Of course, that forum thread will be linked in the description down below. When you actually make the forum post, you need to specify what category you are submitting to. It should be fairly obvious from the actual picture itself, but I'm sure it makes their job a lot easier. They can just simply go Control F and then find things a whole lot easier that way. And ideally, they would want it to be 920 by 1080, although they will accept any image dimension. And finally, you can submit as many images as you want. However, only one of these images can actually win. Speaking of winning, what exactly are you going to win? Well, each of the winners will get a week of premium or 25 Protonium crates if they already have lifetime premium on their account. And in addition to that, you will also get a promo code for 6 spider legs and 6 each of the new Spike cosmetics. So there is a lot to win here. Now, there are a few more rules, but if you want to go through that once more, link to this will be in the description below. The most important thing here, though, is the contest runs until Sunday the 29th of October. So get your submissions in before then for a chance to win. So yeah, that sounds like a pretty interesting contest. If you have an idea for a really cool battle scene, get a few friends together, hop into custom games, and start taking those screenshots. But yes, with that, I will go ahead and wrap up the video here. I, of course, have been the Awesome Soul. I thank you all so very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.